The 1900s. A century of progress, invention, and change. But for millions of people, life could be controlled in ways so absurd, so ridiculous, that it would make you laugh, cry, or even feel anger. Imagine being punished, arrested, or fined for something so simple, so ordinary, that it seems impossible you could ever be in trouble for it. Today, we are counting down 11 things that were illegal for absolutely no reason. We start at number 11 and move all the way to the most shocking law of them all. Buckle up. You won't believe what people were punished for. 11. Chewing gum was banned in Singapore. In Singapore, a sticky piece of gum could land you in serious trouble. By 1992, the government decided that chewing gum was not just a nuisance, it was a crime. Streets, subways, and public spaces were cluttered with gum, and authorities declared war on it. Selling gum without a license, importing gum secretly, or even distributing it in public could lead to fines or prison time. People had to hide their chewing habits. Some smuggled gum across borders, others avoided it entirely, and the law became infamous worldwide. Millions of people chewed gum harmlessly every day, yet for a long time, doing something so ordinary could technically be a criminal offense. 10. Wearing high heels was illegal in Greece. Walking through a city in Greece could be dangerous, not because of traffic, but because of your shoes. High heels were banned in protected areas of many cities to prevent damage to ancient monuments. Tourists arriving in fancy footwear were forced to remove their shoes or face consequences. Some women adjusted reluctantly, swapping heels for flats, while others quietly ignored the law. Imagine simply trying to enjoy a day exploring ruins and being told your shoes were illegal. High heels became forbidden not for fashion, not for safety, but simply because they could make contact with marble floors. 9. Walking an elephant on streets was illegal in England. In early 20th century England, having an elephant stroll down the street was not only unusual, it was illegal. Traveling circuses brought elephants to towns, but the law forbade them from walking freely in public streets. Circus owners faced fines and restrictions. Townsfolk often gathered to watch the majestic animals, yet authorities treated them as a public nuisance. The absurdity of being fined while an elephant peacefully ambled down a quiet town street is almost unimaginable today. Still, at that time, it was a serious offense, punishable under the law. 8. Women couldn't wear pants in France. For women in certain French cities, trousers were off limits. To appear in pants, women had to get official permission from authorities. This law lingered well into the 20th century, affecting women in schools, workplaces, and even the public streets. Imagine a normal day of commuting or shopping, only to realize that your clothing choice could get you into trouble. Ordinary movement, simple comfort, and practicality were legally restricted. Despite modern progress elsewhere, this law remained a bizarre and surprising restriction on daily life. 7. Dancing after midnight was illegal in Detroit. In Detroit, the night could be dangerous, not from crime, but from joy itself. Dancing after midnight was illegal in certain areas. Clubs and dance halls faced strict curfews, and music had to stop before the clock struck 12. Young people and performers had to sneak around, trying to enjoy life while avoiding fines and arrests. Imagine being restricted by the hour from enjoying music and movement, with authorities policing your enjoyment of the night. The law turned fun and social gatherings into potential criminal acts, where even a celebration could land someone in trouble. 6. Eating ice cream on Sundays was illegal in Oklahoma. Sunday was meant to be a day of rest. But in some towns, indulging in a simple treat like ice cream could lead to punishment. Shops couldn't sell it, children couldn't enjoy it, and families had to curb ordinary pleasures. The law was enforced sporadically but seriously, turning a harmless dessert into a crime. Imagine walking through your town and being warned not to enjoy a scoop of ice cream. A small pleasure turned into a punishable offense. The absurdity of a frozen treat becoming illegal demonstrates how laws can sometimes defy logic. 5. Sunglasses at night were illegal in Canada. In parts of Canada, wearing sunglasses after dark was forbidden. Authorities argued that hiding your eyes in public made it hard to identify individuals. Fines and warnings were issued for those caught ignoring the law. Citizens had to navigate the streets carefully, adjusting their behavior simply to comply with regulations about fashion. ordinary night outings became potential legal hazards. The idea that a simple accessory could become illegal at a certain hour created a surreal and restrictive environment. 4. Kissing on train platforms was illegal in the UK. Public displays of affection could get you in trouble in some parts of Britain. Kissing at train stations was forbidden under decency laws. Couples risked fines or public embarrassment if caught. Imagine standing on a platform, waiting for your train, and being unable to share a simple gesture of affection without legal consequences. This law turned a natural, human moment into a potentially punishable act. The absurdity of criminalizing something so personal highlights how overreach can affect ordinary life. 3. Flying a kite was illegal in Bermuda. Kite flying could be dangerous, according to the law. In Bermuda, authorities banned kite flying in certain areas, citing safety and interference concerns. Children had to avoid open spaces where they might fly a simple kite. Families refrained from a harmless outdoor activity, and playful fun became a regulated risk. The law made an innocent pastime a punishable act, forcing people to think twice before enjoying a sunny day outdoors. 2. Carrying a fish suspiciously was illegal in Indiana. In Indiana, how you held a fish could be illegal. Authorities enforced laws against carrying a fish suspiciously, aiming to prevent poaching or theft. Ordinary fishermen were sometimes fined for vague infractions. Even the simplest act of transporting a fish became a matter of legal concern. The law was applied arbitrarily, creating an atmosphere where ordinary daily activities were subject to policing. 1. Loitering while having fun was illegal. The most absurd law of all, in some towns, enjoying yourself could be considered a crime. Laughing, singing, or simply gathering in public could get you fined or arrested. Teenagers, performers, and ordinary citizens were at risk for nothing more than being happy. Authorities had the power to punish joy, turning ordinary life into a controlled, monitored experience. It's a law that seems impossible today, yet for decades, people lived under the shadow of such restrictions. The 1900s were a time of incredible change. Yet, these laws reveal a side of history that is bizarre, strict, and sometimes cruelly ridiculous. From chewing gum to dancing, from wearing pants to flying kites, ordinary life could be criminalized in ways that are almost impossible to imagine today. These stories remind us that freedom is fragile, and that the ordinary joys of life, laughing, dancing, playing, or simply wearing comfortable clothes, are rights that were once questioned and punished. Which of these absurd laws shocked you the most? Comment below and let us know. And don't forget to subscribe for more strange, shocking, and unbelievable stories from history. Bye, we will meet again.